Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 234 Essential Podcast. My name is Ayomide Tayo, AOT2.
And I am Ugochi, the Igbo Stallion.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening to us, listening to our last episode. We got your comments, we got your feedback. Yeah, propaganda. If you are a first-time listener, please, this just a quick breakdown. This is the podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience and helps you understand what it feels like living in this great country of ours. Now, great is in italics. You don't have to take it seriously because we know that Nigeria is still Nigerian, so it's not as serious as it is.
I think it's serious.
Oh, so it's not serious for me. I've ejected from this country.
I'm sorry, but it's serious because, how can we not? You know, that as propaganda went, if you keep telling the people that they are something, they automatically become that thing and they pass it down over time. This is not even aspire to Maguire. This is like real time. So yes, we're great because we're about to shake the world. We're about to change the narrative. We're going to demand for our rights and democracy. So yeah.
I hear you. Okay.
But I've told you, this is not me preaching on real life. Anybody that asks me moving forward, it's a great country. Like, we're such amazing people. We make best decisions. Okay, we do. Like, we're recording this documentary. And people are going to listen to this 50 years from now and they're going to be like, yes, they said in Nigeria was going to be great. And look at that.
Yeah. When Azike was giving the independence speech, we all said that Nigeria
was
would be a
supposed
great
to
country.
write for him.
Okay. But alas, we are here.
That's why, because I didn't write it. If I did,
okay,
country would have turned around.
I hear you. Thank you guys for your feedback. Please, if you want to send us fan mail, it's fanmail@234essential.com.
And follow us on all social media platforms after you listen to each episode and liked, commented, and reviewed.
Yes.
At 234 Essential Podcast, Instagram, Twitter. Please follow us.
Yeah.
Are you cranky?
I'm not cranky now. Phil is the one. Phil is the one making me record at this time. At this time, where there are witches are prowling.
Do you know that I was thinking to myself?
Off your mic, hey, honorable, off your mic, off your mic.
See, don't let us change it for you, because now we are doing like, oh, it's okay. Me today, now this evening, I would have rather want to talk to somebody else, but look at me.
Phil, you're lucky because 2 minutes before we started, before I came online, my neighbor's generator was on, and it wouldn't have even been possible to record this at all.
You guys, what's the time? This to 12 midnight Nigerian time. West African time. West African time.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is take 2, episode 142 of 234 Essential Podcast. Take 2. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The reason, or I'm trying to explain, you don't need to explain.
No vex. Explain.
The reason we're recording at this time is because, we lost the first episode. Well, Phil lost the first episode since we're putting it on Phil.
The laptop lost.
No, you have to be particular. The Apple laptop, Mac.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So that we can know where there's default.
People that have new laptop, sorry.
No, well, there's that. There's also that. HP, Windows, whatever. That's just it. But it's about the MacBook.
What is new today will be old tomorrow. I hope you know.
See, who first buy motor by old model. But in this case, laptop. No, I'll keep evolving with the times. I feel technology is for me. That's the truth.
All right. Do you want to read the fan mail? At least start the first two. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to read
the long one.
Yes, before we read our constitution. Fan mail 1 from David. It says, hey everyone, hope you're well. Love the contents you guys brought out before Wednesday's pod. Watching your consistency and improvement over time is amazing. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you very much, Mr. David.
I swear, today I nearly give up. I nearly wanted them to say, maybe they tell them, I say, we not feel records. NEPA, lights no day. Internet is not intermittent, but we're here.
Yes.
Fan mail 2, the loving Shay says, hi, Ugochi, the Igbo Stallion, and our father in the Lord, the Daddy G of the CBIC, AOT2.
Preach it,
This is a
brother.
movement to Nawa. I have had it in my mind to write a fan mail to support my people, but I always remember when I'm busy. Anyway, this is one of the many more that will come by the grace of God. I am not a pioneer listener, honestly, I love it. But I have been here for a minute though, and you guys are a work of art. And this one, we AOC2 and the City Boys are back. I now have more beautiful podcasts to listen to come back to, especially this one where we know they see them Motolani again. I remember listening to the one that you guys did, a spoiler of two movies. I think it was Anikulakbo or something. I had to go and watch those films before I listened to the podcast. Make una no go spoil better film for me. I watched those movies and came back to listen to the pod, and their narration was beautiful. I could understand why the guy that sent a fan mail was pained because your two movies, your two, I think he wanted to say like your two took two movies under minutes, and it was an absolute spoiler. Una no go even give us snippets. Now beginning to end, una they give us. Well, it's all off from here. D1O D1AO.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dayo, or Mr. D. Lovishe. I don't know why I said Dayo. Yeah.
And then D1AO.
All right. All right. Now to read the Constitution.
Love it.
Our Constitution. The 234 Constitution. Family
This
3.
guy, this guy called us a work of art. Sha. Love that.
Now, so Picasso.
We should sell our artwork. NFT. Phil, how far?
Not really NFT. Not PVC.
You guys. Oh my god.
All right. Family 3. Deep breath, first of all. Because this is
I
going
would
to
have
be
given
long.
you water if I was saying I would have given you a bottle.
Sorry, no need. Hello, guys. It's Mr. Anonymous with the usual long mail. Going forward, you can call me Jay. I thought I should end this anonymous name I gave myself. Anyway, I hope you guys are good. Apologies. This as usual is a long one. Writing this mail after listening to fan mail from the fan mail episode. I know you guys already addressed the tribalistic individual who sent that mail, but please permit me to address this issue again. We cannot continue to ignore the elephant in the room following the unfortunate events that took place during the last gubernatorial election. This mail summarizes my take about this whole Lagos and tribe issue. But first, I would like to apologize to Gochi about the mail because I was also upset to an extent. Understand how she must have felt even though I'm Yoruba. Now to the main issue. As I mentioned in one of my previous emails, God cannot come down to fix Nigeria. Nigeria needs to fix itself. God has always sent his people, giving us wisdom, but we have refused. About 7 to 8 years ago, a mentor counseling me about relationships said, don't make peace, patch the relationship and move on. Always address the issue or else it will resurface itself again and cause more damage. He then made reference to the Civil War saying, this is the same problem Nigeria has been facing. Civil War ended and we moved on, but we never addressed the issues that caused the war before moving on. This is why many years later, the same issues from the war resurfaces over and over again. There is no lie in what he said. This election really showed how tribalistic we are as a people, and personally, the most annoying of them are the ones living outside Nigeria in better countries. Hence my anger at this tribalistic individual that sent this mail. If the country or state is so good, why are you not living there? I have a close elderly family relative who is a Buhari/APC supporter. This person was comfortable but still complained bitterly about his life in Nigeria until he left last year for the UK. But guess what? The same person still supports APC. Out of respect, I'm trying not to allow politics to destroy my relationship with this person. But you can imagine the effrontery. A country you ran away from due to the hardship, but you're still clamoring for the same party because of tribe. You know what else has always been sought to but was so loud during the election? A lot of our older generation are tribalistic beyond redemption. They cannot give you a better reason to support a candidate aside from tribe. But then again, I can ignore those living in hardship in Nigeria who choose to be tribalistic, but not folks living outside the country enjoying almost the same privileges as the indigenous people of that country, but complain about Igbos taking over Lagos. I left Nigeria in 2019 for the UK due to marriage. I had a decent job and was paid a decent salary as of 2019, earning above 500K with a yearly increase and bonus. But despite this, I can't say my decision to leave the country was not based on wanting a better life for my family, even with my promising job in Nigeria. Nevertheless, almost 4 years later, I still understand the struggle of an average Nigerian because I was once there. I consider it wickedness to live in a better country but remain tribalistic to your fellow countrymen. Now, in my usual way, I'll break my remaining points into bullets. First, the double standard speaks volume. You can't be screaming racism and discrimination as white people, but claiming Lagos is a Yoruba land. You can call British people racist for having an opinion about the current prime minister because his parents migrated from East Africa. But it's okay for GRV not to rule Lagos because he has an Igbo name or isn't Lagosian. Now, to further buttress my point, I copied the extract below that states the requirements to qualify for an election in the UK. The below applies for election in your local authority. This includes running for office of the mayor, which is equivalent to being a governor. Now, qualifications for standing for election. 1.1. To be able to stand as candidate at a local government election in England and Wales, you must be at least 18 years old, be a British citizen, an eligible Commonwealth citizen, or citizen of any member state of the European Union, and meet at least one of the following four qualifications. You are and will continue to be registered as a local government elector for the local authority area in which you wish to stand for the day of your nomination onwards. You have occupied as owner or tenant any land or other premises in the local authority area during the whole of the 12 months before the day of your nomination and the day of election. Your main or only place of work during the 12 months prior to the day of your nomination and the day of election has been in the local authority area. You have lived in the local authority area during the whole of the 12 months before the day of your nomination and the day of election. Now back to the bullet points. Furthermore, to be an MP, member of parliament, you only need to be above 18 and a British citizen. Please notice that the requirement states that you must have lived/worked in that local authority for only 12 months prior to your nomination. Now, you double standard tribalistic individuals that live in the UK and have now become a citizen by migration or through your immigrant parents can run for an office of a mayor just by living and working in that local authority 12 months prior to your nomination. However, you have a problem with Igbos or other tribes running for the highest office in the state. Yet, some of these individuals were born in Lagos. Some have even lived and contributed to the growth of Lagos all their life. If you have this kind of dislike and hatred with your heart, you have no right to complain about discrimination from white people. Second point, you folks leave your country with all your family, move to the UK, Canada, US, etc., settle and build a life legitimately or illegitimately. Even cut corners, buy a house with cash or with a deposit because you have good credit, enjoy good health care, etc. And after buying a house, you run to YouTube and post how you bought a house within 1.5 years of living in Nigeria. Yet you don't have a land or house to your name in Lagos. Even worse, you support a government that will never help you actualize that dream of being a homeowner in Nigeria. You got here and started vlogging on the streets during the day, at night, but back in Lagos, you couldn't even dare vlog at night on the same streets of Lagos your godfather built. You are basically enjoying almost the same benefits as the indigenous people because you are contributing back in some way. Yet a hardworking non-Yoruba person living in Lagos paying tax or contributing through their business to the GDP of the state/country is considered an alien. Some of you tribalistic bigots even get pregnant or get your partners pregnant and send them to the US to give birth so your child can get straight citizenship. My point is, if you are taking advantage of a system built to make your life better because it's not meant to discriminate, you have no right to discriminate against non-Yoruba people who are doing the same in Lagos. As a matter of fact, we should be fighting the system that does such. Now, I hope you guys can understand my resentment, as this is beyond pathetic for a country that is considered one of the most religious. That we harbor such evil and discrimination towards ourselves is so shameful to me as a Christian. At least the vast population is either a Christian or a Muslim, and the Bible of Quran does not support such. I thought this discrimination stopped at marriage. My days, this election revealed a lot. And a lot of these folks are church and mosque goers. Yes, we wonder why our prayer for this nation hardly yields any results. When God said, the heart of man is desperately wicked, who can know it? You look at Nigerians and you understand why God said it. In conclusion, I know some folks will say the Igbos will not allow such in their states. Some even say they will not sell lands to you, etc. But we easily forget when we stripped them of all their properties and money in their bank accounts during the aftermath of the Civil War. Spearheaded by our fellow Yoruba leader, we gave them £20 each to start over while other tribes benefited from General Gowon's indigenization decree. 100%. Nonetheless, charity begins at home. If you sincerely clamor for a better Nigeria, you will not discriminate or spread discrimination because of tribe. That is why the Bible says everything will fail, but love never fails. We are all religious and claim the Bible says wait, and claim to love God. But the Bible says if you cannot love your neighbor that you have seen, how can you claim to love God who you haven't seen? I will stop here. Again, apologies to the Igbo stallion and
Thank
apologies
you
for my
so
long mail.
much.
I just wanted to get this off my chest. Cheers.
I love it.
And exhale.
Well done. Well done,
Thank you.
Eredy Tiger. Well
Omo,
done.
they read budget, no easy. Oh.
You know, easy. Now, why do our president elect you don't even bother to
No,
do
that one
like
will
a
freestyle.
campaign?
He will freestyle his
You
inauguration
don't get
speech.
you
You
don't
know,
get shit
say
to say on a manifesto.
you just say for corn for agbado beans corn
Ah,
cassava.
and shut up.
Yes, and
Shut up your
a
mouth.
town hall
Different.
for Balablo,
See, this
Vulava.
is a funny now, but really, this guy did not tell us anything, huh?
And I saw
I
that the
love
vibes. You people don't understand the vibes.
I love it. Based on Gen Z ruling, just like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, vibes on vibes, you guys check that. Just like a rave, different things we hear. Like first off, this meal. Thank you so much for writing to us, Jay. Say his name is Jay. We should call him Jay. I think he said all the things that I imagined I would have. I wanted to say, but he even put it better. So like, apology accepted for only this email alone. You know, like it's it's so refreshing to hear that there's some people who are still thinking like in Nigeria, because I find that a lot of us, and this is not trained jazz, but it's just real life. So what's going on? This whole jackpot thing has opened my eyes to the fact that Nigerians don't travel for leisure. When we have the money to travel, we don't travel for leisure. We travel for survival. So when we live here for survival, it's just a
What
thing where we're
is what is
stuck.
leisure? Is that the name of
Do
a
you
Calabar girl? Is that the name of a Calabar girl? What
or the
is
name of
leisure?
a pepper soup joint?
I don't understand. What?
I love it so much. It's just like when we can gather our money to travel, we escape, and so we still bear same sentiments and ridiculous mentality about ourselves, even though we're far away from home. Even though you say to yourself, how like do you want to take in the culture of the people if you are so locked off and still in the Nigerian mentality? You might as well have stayed here and be fighting your good fight, because you cannot be somewhere else and be choking stick in somebody's eyes. Makes no sense,
At all.
right? And even if this person's generation, right now, visible generation, the person can see doesn't come back to Nigeria, somebody in that person's generation somehow is going to find their way back to Nigeria. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
Because
Def.
you know what I mean? Because questioning. Anyway, I'm really grateful to Jay for this. I couldn't have said it better. If we're talking about a genocide and just 1994 here, even though I heard that the first genocide was in Congo actually, but because it wasn't documented, somebody who studied history was telling me this, like just yesterday, it was just today actually, that the first genocide in Africa actually happened in Congo, but because it wasn't recorded, nobody said anything. Um, like it wasn't recorded in mass or something. There's a way she explained it. And it just really boils down to, the person says Nigeria, I think it's an African problem rather.
Yeah.
Africans have a problem. Nigeria gets me, I don't know, but like Africans innately hate themselves. And I don't know, like this is what again propaganda can do to a people. You can discredit a people for a long period of time by just telling stories that make them less. Like, how is it possible that in the DCR they are still fighting for taking over lands just so that they can sell more of their resources to the French? How? Like, why? This is 2023. Why?
You know if you like that. You know.
But why are we even still? Look at how the world, the other part of the Western world that we feed our resources are
You're not
doing.
ready. Africa is not ready for development. When we are ready, we have sense. But now we're not ready. So
Truth.
it's
That's the
just
truth.
cruise. It's cruise we are doing.
We can't travel within Africa, we can't travel within our countries, we can't do nothing. So we make one-sided inferences about Nigeria. When a lot of people say Nigeria, they think of Lagos, especially people who live in Lagos, I find. They say, this Nigeria hard. Or they're talking about Lagos because other states in Nigeria are not as hard. People are living simpler lives. Now we read Lagos, they really suffer. I was seeing a report from Stairs today, and they were saying that every hour 60 people come into Lagos.
Yes, no.
Lagos has the highest immigrant rate in as far as cities is regarded.
Yeah,
And
I think I also report today that
yeah,
at the end of each year, 600,000 people stay in Lagos, like new
exactly.
people,
Yeah, every year. That's so
and that is the
ridiculous.
size. That is the size of major places major places abroad.
Do you get what I mean? And that is just only Lagos with the small landscape
That's why I
and
said
everything.
for Lagos to be better, other states have to play their part, and the federal government
We
has
need
to
to
play its
sit
part.
up.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
because if
They need to be jacking
they
their shit about this.
yeah, because imagine now you say okay they restructure Lagos, Lagos is fine, more people will see
Hmm.
through and
Do
burden
you
the
get what I mean?
system. They overburden the system.
It's crazy now. It's really crazy because, like, why do we have to do that? Why are we scrambling for a country so rich in resources? Why are we scrambling in one
And we
place?
know this, when we are serious, we will know.
Ah,
The suffering that we suffered these last 8 years never do us. We want to enter that suffering again.
but then again, what's more important to some people is that, oh, Igbo people are voting in Lagos, and why are
Uh,
people not being called Lagosians because they live in
or why did
Lagos?
Peter be called Oyedepo?
that shot, that shot fired. It was too hot.
Priorities. Priorities, ladies
Listen,
and gentlemen.
misplaced,
Don't worry, when
misplaced.
it
Like,
will get to a point that we will see it. If you don't learn something with common sense, you will learn through pain. You will learn it through pain. There's no
which is what is going on. Which, like, I don't know how much pain we have to endure as people before our
Nigerians
eyes
like
open.
Nigerians we like BDSM. So we go take small.
Hmm.
We go take. We like
See, it has to be that because how else can we explain these numbers? And
this
everywhere is hard.
Koboko. Before they're using Koboko to beat us. Now they're going to use spikes. Rusty
Hey,
nails on those spikes to be choking us like
imagine
this.
imagine that the average Nigerian is actually having rough sex because of how hard the country is.
Of course, they are now.
That's so wild. So it's not a love making situation. It's just like
Mm.
hardship.
It's hardship
Just like,
sex.
please, I beg, this traffic I entered for what? I
It's
just take
crazy.
it out on you. You guys, so sorry if this was happening. Like, so sorry because it's difficult. Last fan mail, Ayo, should I read it?
No, let me read it. It's
Let's
short,
just read
just two
it. Yes,
paragraphs.
let's do it. Let's do it.
This is from Dakpo. I did Dakpo. Hello,
Mm-mm.
LT2 and Ugochi. I've always listened to you guys from the first episode till date, and I must say that you guys are super amazing.
Mm.
AOT2, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you very much. I'll follow you through your entire career from Nets to Pulse and now your newsletter. My favorite is your Music 360 album review on YouTube. I've also
I
listened to
love
every
it.
episode of Loose Talk, both old and new. Okay, I'd love to address the tribal bigot on the propaganda episode, but I can't do that without being emotional. My best friend is Igbo. The first nice person I met in Lagos is Igbo, an Igbo woman,
Mm.
and an Igbo woman gave me my first job paying hundreds of thousands, fresh out of NIC without a single day experience. No, I would
Wow.
just go on a long grant. And I just moved to Lagos from Abuja, where I've lived all my life 3 months ago, because I took a job that offered me a car and a house in Lekki. And guess what? I'm even beginning to regret why I took the job. So what's that nonsense about someone benefiting something from one Lagos? Rubbish.
Rubbish. It's
Bombastic
the
side
rubbish
guy.
for me. See, hot bombastic side. This bombastic side,
Criminal,
if you catch person.
criminal side guy.
Mm? No, this guy, this person is upset. Like from this rubbish. Me say I felt the rubbish. No, no, no. I felt it. I didn't even know you had like anything on YouTube 360 review.
Yeah, I did,
Huh?
I did, I did. For a while,
Oh,
yes.
you interesting. How many episodes did you run?
I can't remember.
Ah, so I mean, the last episode that song, we had a conversation about you working. No, I asked you a question first, and I really want I want everyone listening to hear this part because
Which
it's so
question is that?
interesting for me. I said if you have ever done broadcasting before, like if you're ever a presenter. Was that what I
Yes, now.
asked?
Yeah. Unilag
Okay.
FM. When I was Unilag, yeah. I was a presenter slash
Interesting.
producer, yeah.
What show did you present for?
There were plenty. There was like a debate show for one. I can't remember what it was called for the life of me. I can't
Mm.
remember. Then there's one we had called, is it Campus Boulevard or something? But we produced that one.
Mm.
I didn't present that one. I just produced that one. And there was Shakedown 90s. Shakedown 90s was just
Mando.
us playing 90s music on Saturday for like 2 hours. Just like a nostalgic
Hmm.
go back. Yeah.
And then you'll be imputing your voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely,
In
definitely.
like FM, blah blah blah, blah FM.
Yeah, yeah.
Mado. What I'll do to
Uh,
listen to that, make I laugh.
no, there's no digital evidence of that. Sorry.
You've been in this thing. You really wanted to be in this space for a long time. Like you
Yeah,
started this journey a long time ago.
I can't do banking job. I'm sorry. No, shout out to all the bankers there counting other people's money, but no, sorry.
Listen,
I
I'm
can't.
getting paper cuts.
Yeah, I can't. I can't enter bus 5 a.m. with suit. Now we can't. I feel like imagine me now.
On third
Like,
mainland.
imagine me now at the back of a counter doing this whole naira scarcity period. I will kill somebody. Oh God,
I
there's
you
no
need to wear
money.
that your rose colored shades. That's what you need to do
I
when
tell
you're
God,
counting.
there's no money. The server is down. You don't need money. Go home. Buy pure water and the room. God, go home. I'll be
I
the
feel
most
like you'll
wicked.
be so
I'll be the
quiet.
most
I
wicked
think you
counter.
will not even talk.
Ah, okay. Oh,
I don't think you'll be wicked. I don't feel
it is
like
okay.
you like shout. I feel like you just like be quiet and roll your
See,
eyes and just be
I I
inhaling and
don't
exhaling.
envy I don't envy people whose line of work makes them meet like people every day. Like say, oh,
Really? That's my
you work
line
at the
of work.
place, and you're not
I'm
behind the
not
counter serving
that
people
excited.
food. Ah, no.
See,
I will break your head.
really?
Yeah, I will break your
See,
head.
and people are so disgusting when they are hungry.
I'll say, oh God, please, you've
No.
been here 30 minutes. Choose what you want to eat and get out of the fucking line. We are creating a queue. And madam, why are you eating? You need to go on a diet. You need to seriously go on a diet. There's no food for you
I
here
know.
today.
I don't
Drink
believe that
water.
you can. I don't believe you do
Drink
that.
smoothie. But I won't have because people are annoying.
But guess what? That will make you a star salesperson because you know that the place also now sells smoothies, and I don't know if people patronize it as much as they do their food.
But
So
that's what
like,
they look. That's what they just look like pap at the end of the day. I don't trust that smoothie at all.
see, let me tell you. First of all, it irks me that they have smoothies that stay like 1 or 2 days and there's fruit immersed in it. It becomes chemical. Like it
And then
becomes
that put
acidic to you if you
yeah.
consume later
Yeah,
than that. Like
I didn't even look at that. I didn't even look at that foodie section. So what's my own problem?
no, me, I will code just because healthy living, right? But I've
No.
just learned the hack. I just buy my own Greek yogurt and put
Yeah,
like
Greek yogurt.
mix nuts
Ah,
in it,
you
and
have money.
that's
Oh.
it for me.
Greek yogurt is expensive. You have money. Oh.
No, but like, so I think about it, like, I'm not a snacking person.
Yeah.
I don't really
Greek
snack.
yogurt is like 4K, 5K. Oh.
No, it depends on the tub size. Like, if you're like, I buy if it's the bigger one. Yeah, like if give it different circumstances, like I will buy that bigger one, like a couple, but like I just buy the small ones, that one name.
Ah. I'm not
Yeah,
problem that I will finish the yogurt in one take, in one sitting. I don't have time to be.
but that's it now. You're supposed to finish it.
Some
Probiotics
people,
up,
some people they use that
healthy
for two
protein
weeks.
high.
Some people they use that for 2 weeks. So,
Why? Why is that? It's supposed to
ah,
be. Is a meal now.
okay,
Some people
okay,
eat that as food, like, and they're just good.
yeah,
But like from our previous conversation still, I want to talk about, we're talking about how people who have jobs that are not conventional in the Nigerian system, like
yeah,
can get to dress down to work and like are being profiled, if at all, as
yes,
people
now,
who are jobless or
Yahoo boys,
Yahoo boys. Do you get what I
boss
mean?
girl,
Do you understand what I mean?
yeah.
And I was saying like it would be nice for people like you. I mean, and maybe me too, or not maybe. It would be nice for people like you and I to have workshops where we'll talk about how the world is evolving now, and just because you see people who dress down or dress as they please to work doesn't mean like they're not going to work.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
their own. That's the own industry they stay in. Just wear your shorts, wear your Crocs, t-shirts. Come, you can even wear sleeveless. As long as you do your deliverable, bye
do you
bye.
get what I mean?
Nobody
Like
cares.
nobody really cares about how you look or you show up at work. I ask like when I used to work at GAMSport, I would ask my subordinates like, how do your parents look at you
As
when you're
failures, they
leaving
look
the
at them
house
as
in the
failures.
morning? Do you get what I mean? And one girl was just like, her mother has completely checked out. She's just like, I don't know what you want to do with your life, but like, this is not it.
It could
I
be
was like,
worse.
yeah. Do you
She
get
could be,
what I
she
mean?
could, she could be dancing in front of her phone every morning doing TikTok.
Listen, that's not even bad. Like, if you're making money from that,
But you know,
that's
before you make money, you do like 30 or 40 videos or even 50 videos.
not the investment, man, not the reading process. So if
So
they
your mother will
find
now come,
job,
your mother will come open your door Monday morning and you are doing na 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 na.
listen, the one
They
that
go
I've been hearing
pastor.
now
You
is
they go
this
pastor.
Cherry down. No, every good girl needs a thug.
But I don't
Have
know
you
that
seen
one.
that? And
Our
every
TikTok,
thug,
our
something,
algorithm is different.
something.
Sorry.
Ah, no, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing the challenge. Or no, it's like some really madash moves. I think I should do one of these TikTok videos.
Yeah, your own. No.
I think I have that energy. I will need to do one
I'm
based on we
not
have a
doing.
TikTok account now.
I have street cred. I'm not dancing, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, but would you do any of that viral
It depends.
TikTok?
It depends. If it doesn't involve me being like acting like an idiot, fine. I'll be
Why is dancing acting like an idiot exactly?
because we don't dance. We lean back.
I have a video of you dancing, and if you
That's
don't
that's why
beg
your
me
phone your phone
and
will crash.
rethink
Your
and
phone will
rethink
crash.
your current sentiments, I will
Your phone
release
will
that
crash. You
video.
will crash. As you want to upload down, you go just blank.
Me, I will release it so that people can see you, so that
Okay.
the TikTok can be flowing. I want the videos to happen so that you can get that out of the way. And you're not a bad dancer. You did try still. You
Oh,
get.
okay, I hear you.
But anyway, just enlightening people on how our dressing like these days going to work has changed, because there are people in different sectors that they just brought the lights, you guys.
Uh,
And
Shout out to you.
it was windy before, but they just brought the lights, and I feel amazing.
But that's some
Anyway,
dressing. That's some dressing that'll take you to HR's office. So HR will just send you. HR will just send you one quick message on the Slack
Slack.
or on Teams. Say, please, can you come and see me after your work today?
What's the dressing? What's that dressing that will get you into HR's office in your office?
So some guys will not end up looking they will look like desolate people on the road just because they don't give a fuck.
I love it.
Or
I love it.
some babes will just make everybody uncomfortable in the office. So HR will just say, please,
Are
can
they
I?
really uncomfortable or distracted?
For
What?
me that I follow the cross.
Mm,
Calvary.
a man of the cloak.
Thank you.
What?
It's distraction. It's distraction.
I love
Yeah.
it. Need to
Hmm.
follow so Jesus.
Yeah.
Nah, need Jesus. Follow God.
Yeah.
I love it. But like, yeah, it's how everything has changed and how life has changed. And shout out to everybody who's making it happen, who doesn't have to wear a
A
suit to
suit.
get to work. She gets.
Hmm.
Um, I was also talking about explaining how there are other parts of music that are not just the talent parts, right?
No, at all, at
How
all.
you can have how there are other executive parts to the
Yeah.
music that actually make the music what it is,
True that.
and how people should, enlighten the people around them in general. Like if that's what you do for a living, be sure to
Um,
say to a young person that,
I
oh,
think
this is
people
what I
know now
see.
because there are a lot of like symposium, workshop, conferences where they
Mm,
let you know you can actually make your bag without you being in front of the microphone. Because maybe everybody goes to sing or produce.
yeah,
Yeah, you
but
can
I feel
be
like it's not as widespread.
and because at the end of the day, music industry doesn't really have a lot of employees or people like banking,
Mm,
finance, medicine, and stuff like that. So, but once you enter, you'll know quickly because when they put you in front of a microphone, and you know Sabi sing, they go just bounce you now. So You go find yourself last last.
But like, how about saving them? Now, see, person don't walk out this road before. Do you understand? Like,
No,
someone
some
has
people know. Some people
already
don't.
done.
Some people like the
Mhm.
hard. Some people like it hard. But actually,
Wow.
there's an academy called Music Business Academy. It's
Mm-hmm.
being run by Godwin Tom. He was MI's manager before, Whiskey's manager before.
Mm-hmm.
He actually has graduates, people who have passed that school and are now like managers, music publishers,
Interesting.
A&Rs. Yeah, you pay.
That's
It's like
great
a normal school.
stuff.
Yeah, you get degree, and you are taught by like the biggest executive in Afrobeat, whether in Nigeria or in London or in America. Like,
Mad.
yeah, it's actually
You see
dope.
why these conversations are important because now
Yeah,
this information
Godwin,
is not
Godwin, give my
common
10%.
knowledge.
Godwin, give my ten
Please,
percent because
God, I beg.
I gave
This
your school a shout out now.
literally, and like people can now know to grab, like tell their if you they have siblings who are here in Nigeria who want to chase entertainment and just say, okay, you know what, there's something like this because I heard about this. Do your research. So the
Yeah,
burden is cut down, right? I didn't
yeah,
know that people who wanted to go into music could go into other parts of music. I
yeah.
had
It's
to
wide.
meet people. That's what I'm saying. Like this information is not pedestrian enough. Like it
Ah.
should be pedestrian because we have a lot
Because
of creatives.
industry is not that big, sha, so that's why. Compared to
Yeah,
other
but
industries in the world.
what will make it big? Structure and people. So
You
they're
see,
currently building a structure, and
you
if
know
the
what we
people
said,
don't know about the
you know what we
structure,
said earlier about Africa, why Africa is not developed. You know, anything that
mm,
affects music industry with us too. Is they part of the reason?
um,
Mm.
but these conversations are so important. I used to have there's this friend of mine I thought about last week. His name is Psycho Bars. Shout out Psycho. And I thought about a song he did in our second year in uni. This was like 2010, 2011. And I was like, gosh, that was a rap song. I was thinking about this because I was listening to Steak, Loose Talk, and you guys are talking about classic rap albums and,
Yeah, yeah.
rappers not being so. And I was just like, interesting because now he's a songwriter. He's no longer
Yeah.
like he didn't get. I think his music. He had found some other way to transform his talent, and then he has fit into that. Maybe
And
because he mingled
there's
with the
more in
right people.
songwriting.
Do you get what I mean? But like maybe right now they probably don't pay songwriters in Nigeria as much as they pay.
Of course,
Um,
yeah. But it's better than it was like 5 years ago or four
Do you
years
get what
ago.
I mean? So like people just know that okay, I can sing, I can do this, I can really just write for people or be an executive in the industry, sort of, write blogs about albums. So say shout out to Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god. And just stuff like that. I've always worked in retail and I've never worked a job that required me to go to work at 8 a.m. or to be at work at 8 a.m.
Yuck.
Um, do you get what I mean? And I'm so grateful for that. I would have said 9 a.m. Until GAM sports, but like 8 a.m. And imagine that um I was I go to work every day. I'm not wearing a suit, and people just be like, "Is this girl serious? Where is she going to at this time?" And I used to always wonder how people saw that, and it's just the understanding of that people can now dress as they please and go anywhere and shouldn't be harassed for any reason. Like if people legitimately have a job to be at and they show up a certain way and they're able to say, "Oh, I identify as this." This is also saying to small businesses, small and medium scale businesses, provide ID cards for your staff. It is so important. Sometimes these jobs start off and they don't even give you they don't even have no business card, no ID card. Like how do you want the business to grow and how do you want your staff to feel safe in a country like Nigeria when they cannot identify where they work? Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
give your staff ID cards, equip them so that they're able to, yes, as much as this thing has to work. I beg. I don't think in a country like Nigeria we should still be talking about suit and tie when we have Ankara to wear and stuff. We have nice fits, our own fashion going on, and you can't wear it because like why? It is not that serious. But anyway, Ayo, how's your week?
My week was there, was good. I was a lot of meetings, a few projects that I like that are being lined up. So yeah,
Hmm.
I was out and about.
Nice. Share when the money comes for this project. Share you share and reach my side.
Yes, now
Not the one that I will ask you that you just voluntarily say I'll go chill
don't
based
worry.
on
You will see. You will
planting
see
seed and
doings.
growing.
You will see doings.
Ah, I beg you. Make it no be like say I don't want to hear it from another place. So it's you
If you
that I
if
want
you
to
here
hear it
for Insta
from.
blog, if you here for Insta blog,
That would be the day. I what would you do if you saw yourself on oh well, you've actually been on Instablog
I'll see
before. I
myself
take
on
that
Insta
back.
blog. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very
Wow.
unfortunate.
Gee.
Unfortunate.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
It
It was
was. Trust me.
actually.
It was.
It was.
It was.
I saw some snips and clips. It was.
How was your week
Well,
though?
my week was good. It was really chill. I felt demotivated. I didn't feel like doing anything. Um, I just really relaxed and enjoyed not doing anything. I think that's because sometimes I was at first I was panicky and afraid that oh my god I need to do this, I need to do this. But then again, I just decided to rest into it. Um, and it turned out great.
Yeah, that's nice.
I went to the gym once. Um, yeah, I just chilled really and tried to pump myself up for this week. And today I went to the gym. Today Monday. Well, it's Tuesday now, Tuesday
Yeah.
morning. But yeah, I went to the gym on Monday and felt
Gyms are always
amazing.
packed. The gyms are always packed every Monday. I don't know why.
Do you feel so?
At least
I
in our
kind of
gym.
agree
Yeah.
with you.
Monday is always
Why?
like
Why is
I don't know.
Nigerian negotiations and Monday syndrome?
But
Maybe.
Saturday morning too. Hey, that is overpacking.
It's just I don't burn the Friday night alcohol and
No
drinks
more
and food.
space. A lot of married women actually prefer Saturday morning. They come and do like the aerobics, dance classes, and all that.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. I think I don't go to the gym in the mornings. I'm not a morning person.
No, I've tried, but no, I
Um,
prefer evening.
yeah, same here. Like I'm such an evening person. I function better in the evening. I can't I used to try to want to tell myself, of course I would make an effort, but generally I am not a morning person. I function way better
Yeah.
at night. And so yeah, I would just go to the gym in the evening, do whatever I need to do, go home and sleep. I don't want to have to go to work after all of that energy burst. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, um, all of that happened. And it was a good week. And today is Monday. How's your Monday go?
Oh, long term.
Oh
I worked
yeah,
at home and NEPA decided not to give us light. So,
normally
not that way.
like they have to represent somehow because why you
Mhm.
guys so chill? I have
Yeah.
not done tweet of the week. Oh.
We'll do tweet of the week. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Now let's move over to tweet. Move on to tweet of the week. Internet loading. All right. So there's this lady
Internet.
called the Shilly, and she tweeted, "My mom body shamed me by calling me fat in all caps. I wanted
Mm,
to do my own bag, so I responded with, I am not as fat as you. Big mistake!
campaign.
Exclamation point, Mark. Her husband replied with, at least she's fat in her husband's house, not her
The
father's house.
blood of Jesus.
My chest is paining me. Popsy is a savage. That's Popsy is
Listen,
21 savage.
he didn't even take it easy on his baby girl. That's
Yeah,
so unfair.
no, he's protecting his original baby girl. He's protecting the real baby girl,
Fair
not
point.
the first one.
Fair point.
You can't be throwing shots at his WCW like that. It's unheard of.
I love it. No,
Yeah.
no, but that's actually true.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it was both of them that it was both
Yeah.
child and father that made mommy fat. I mean,
Uh,
how dare you?
So you go and be fat at your husband's house.
Hey.
That's a two
But they
in
don't
one.
used to.
That's
No,
two
the
in one. That
combo
means one,
was,
you're fat. And second, please leave my house. You're
and
disturbing
you
me.
are still in your father's house.
Yes, leave my house. You're disturbing me. And you're fat.
But you know that low key, not low key, high key. This is what like people say to their children right now. Like
Eh,
away from band, like say
yes,
to their
man.
female children like right now. It's just like,
Say,
is this what you're going to do to your husband's house?
now no, they work
You're of
again. No.
marriageable age.
Those babes, when they hear that one, no. I feel like there's way to concern us with the husband.
Like now anyway, that's now. Now we'll ask that. But normally, no. People be wild and people have lost self esteem because of like
Oh,
some
definitely,
because of words
definitely.
like this. It's so crazy.
Or they'll say,
And you know,
they'll not tell you to go and do retreat. Kilometer 4, go to reading camp.
do you understand? They
Yeah,
should pray
pray for
or
husband
maybe it's
fast,
your
fast.
character that is bad.
Yeah, you say, I noticed your character is bad.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
You know you don't have a good character. You're a proud girl.
Or you're too picky.
Eh?
You're too
You're too
picky.
that's that's the one. That's the one
Or
me I get a lot.
or the one that accuses that you're looking for the perfect man. You have to grow with him.
There is no perfect man. No,
When I
that's
met your
what they
father,
say.
you had nothing.
I didn't even love him. I've heard that one. I didn't
Now,
even
now,
love him.
that African magic. You don't enter African magic. No.
No,
Now
no,
don't
I
enter
promise
African.
you. Real time now. Mothers
I'm
tell their
saying, yeah.
daughters this.
But that's what you see in African magic too.
Ah, because my the truth. Say I didn't love him. But like as we stayed together
We
and it
say
started
coming,
to
coming to
things started
America.
to get better. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I mean? And then love came in. But
Mm.
the love they really mean is that children came and then they just had
And,
to,
because
continue.
before children came, something came before children. There's a coming before the children.
Because body no be firewood now.
And
You
so,
have stayed in the person in the
and
same house. So what
Los
again?
girls not too plenty that year. They know too plenty.
Do you
So
understand?
it's not now that
They were still on a kum kum.
if you just come off a house now, you just meet like five. Back then, nobody they too they
See,
lose guard like that.
people they also now streets they hot now.
Since they
Why
hot. Oh.
everybody I date yeah.
If your husband come out, just pray, say you come back in one piece. Because they're a thief
I'm
person
telling
husband.
you,
They're a thief
from
men now.
outside though.
Mm.
No, you don't think Tony Umez was the most stolen husband in
See,
Nollywood
they use
history.
jazz for that man, they use everything for that man.
Listen,
He was always a soccer.
he was a He was. Do you understand what I mean? Always stolen, available to be stolen.
Then,
And
because
he can beg.
he doesn't work in the right places. As a man, you should know how to walk decently in
No,
public.
I think it's his character. I think as
His
a
character.
personality,
He has a show
the
character.
personality. He's so there's a level of like there's
And
a sub in
he
him.
too they flirt. He too they flirt. No problem. Right? That's a flirtatious spirit.
Is light skin men problems. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So all the light skin men is
I saw one Instagram clip, one Instagram couple. And this lady was like playfully beating her husband. He said, you just be talking to all these women and you be giving them green eye. You'll be giving them green eye. The guy said, can't I talk to you? Can't I say hello? Said, no, you cannot say hello. Desperate times
Say
come
no
for desperate
more.
measures.
Listen, because there's sometimes too you'll be noticing that your husband is just smiling too much with somebody.
Wait. So man, no
See all
fit
this thing
smile now.
campaign, no.
Can we not
No,
smile?
it's until your wife. See, let me tell you, we
You're
have to.
policing
We have,
men. I don't like this. You're
I don't
policing
like
men.
double standards. Now we're talking. You see, double standard accepted in one place is double standard accepted everywhere. See, if a man is talking to your wife and he's being so friendly and you are standing there, he's making her laugh, and she's going off
But as a funny
to be
guy, you should
happy.
make somebody laugh. Use your job to make people laugh.
So no. The question is, would you okay, Ayo, as you now immediately Ayo, away from the gist that you told me that on Sunday that but I just based on boyfriend and girlfriend level, that you really love your girlfriend though. And you guys go somewhere, she's with you guys are having a nice time, you're having drinks, you're talking, whispering one or two things, and then some guy comes and he starts talking to her and she's now laughing with him, and this kind of laugh, you don't they notice and say the laugh, it be like say the sweeter. Why she did
No,
laugh like that?
see,
Will you be okay?
No, you see, this is the problem because I'm out with my girlfriend now, and the guy
Mm,
comes. All of a sudden, you're discussing with him. First of all, that's a red flag. Why are you
mm.
discussing with him? I am here. There's no need to say hi, hello.
Oh,
Say hi,
wow. Mm.
hi, hello. I'll move on. No hugging. We don't want hug. Please, 3 feet, 3 feet between the two of you. 3 feet.
There's no laughing. You can't be laughing anymore.
Why? What's funny? What's funny? Now for laugh, they collect. Now for laugh, they collect knacks. So you know many people don't use
Imagine,
laugh.
see,
You know many people don't use laugh.
do you understand?
Move pants. You don't remove another person pants. No, no, no.
Normally, no, but
It's
that's
not
the truth.
allowed. It's not
No
allowed.
lies
It's
there.
not allowed. It's not
No
allowed.
actual
What's that?
lies there. Okay.
What's that?
So what is good for the goose is good for the gander at the end of the
And
day.
so,
So if you
but
two will be husband, don't laugh too much with girls
okay.
outside.
Imagine now I go for
At
landlord
least
tenant.
respect the fact that she's there.
Excuse me. If I go for landlord
Mm-hmm.
tenant association right now, eh?
Is your wife going with you?
No, because I know some women don't like to go for landlord tenant association.
Me, I love it because I want to know what's happening on the estate.
Okay.
All those
And
things I like
the
it.
female neighbor that will live on the same street is talking to me, and I crack a joke,
Mm.
and she laughs. That's not a crime
Why
now.
are you cracking jokes with her when you're married?
Hey, now wow, this is now
Anyway, Sha,
suffering.
the truth is, right? The truth is that because your wife is not there, permissible. Me, the one that, to an extent, depending on what the true intentions are. But like, when some people have no regards to the point where their wife can be right there, and they they probably ignore her and are laughing hysterically at with someone
That
else
one dish, that one
and
dish, that
going on
one
a
day,
long thing.
that one day. Or you
And
now
guess what?
hug.
Not even giving her the courtesy of saying, "Oh, this is this person," or trying to engage her in the conversation. So it's a three-way and everybody's talking, so she's more comfortable. That shit is so annoying.
Or you go and hug one babe that is now wearing nothing. She's not wearing anything
Skimpy,
at all.
skimpy.
And now I know they down. I say hello, sister. Peace be unto you. Please pass. Thank you very much. I don't want
Do
to
you get
sleep.
what I mean?
I don't want to sleep in the parlor today. I beg of you, please. I have to
Hmm.
sleep on my
And
bed
that's why I
that I paid
support
for.
anger.
Now so.
People should be angry. That's the
Mm.
truth. Because you're not angry enough. People see some days be petty. Because you cannot be every time you're okay, you're chilled. You need to be petty on some days so that the
Okay.
message is gotten.
I hear
But then
you.
again, this is not a conversation we have all too often. See, there are certain conversations I no longer want to have with people. In light of recent events, one of them is tribalism,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is feminism. I've just thought to myself that, especially when a man raises up conversations about women, I'm not going to indulge to the full of my strength because I'm just going to be like, okay, you're never going to be a woman. You'll never understand what it means to be a woman except you
It
try to
might.
educate yourself and be
It might. If I do trans, it might be trans.
doesn't mean these emotions come with. See, women have three different hormones that they work with.
Did they
Men
buy them now?
work
Did they buy
with
them? Did
just
they
one.
buy the hormones now?
Yeah,
Did
I
they buy for
agree.
black
They
market?
actually do.
Yeah.
And there are also some men who exhibit more estrogen more than other men, but
Shout
still
out
or
to them.
still.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. But regardless, it's just a thing where there are certain people, like certain people, I'm not going to have certain conversations anymore because why? You're not, you're not enough for me to waste my time.
See,
Until you decide to keep an open mind and are willing to accept different information based of personal perspective and happenings, then there's
one,
no need like having that
one,
conversation with you.
one is just that do not have office husband. That might be that. I know they do all those rough
Hmm.
play. Office husband, or I'm the kind of person that I'm still in good. I'm in good terms with my ex. No, be on bad terms with your ex. Block his number.
Really?
Delete all the
But
photos. Block him
are you on
on
bad
every
terms with
social
all your
media app.
exes?
What? What do you say?
Are you on bad terms with all your exes?
I don't have an ex. I'm sorry. That's past tense. All things have passed away. We are gone to God. I'm a purely
It's
virgin.
nobody's ex. I
Yes.
love it. Big
Yes.
purr.
Yeah.
Nobody's
You now say,
ex.
oh,
Literally.
me and my ex were talking like yesterday. Eh? Ah.
Ah,
You go to your
have
father's
you
house
seen
that
this
night.
series, Sex Life?
I've heard of it, but I've not watched it.
I've watched a couple episodes and see the story is just is it's interesting because it actually is happening in some people's homes. But like
Yeah.
it's also just that thing where it's just like I don't even know whether to be angry, upset, deep think. I'm not sure the emotions that I should give it, but it's really messy. It's this thing where a woman marries this top exec guy. The guy is rich, everything, but he's terrible in bed.
It happen.
Not he's terrible, is his needs. Do you get what I mean?
His
They have
need.
two beautiful children. Yeah, he's mid. He's not like anything to fire. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. Oh, meat. Oh,
And
on our vanity, sister.
yeah.
On our vanity. This thing. By the time everybody feel consistency, you don't go there body again. On our vanity.
Oh my god. But still, there are people who are going through this shit. Like the sex isn't sexing.
Carry
Because
your
like
cross.
at different times
Everybody has a cross to carry your cross. Brother or sister, carry your cross. If you don't knock, you don't go die.
I agree to an extent. I agree to a certain extent. But also it's that thing where so some if sex is a deal breaker for you, then it should just be a deal breaker for you. Like you should
I agree,
own
sir.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If women can be allowed to own that without anybody looking at them weird, I think that would be great. Own that. Like just because he's rich and see, because nothing will get yes, you get to a point where you'd be like, oh, I wish I took this guy for his money. But like if sex is going to make you do that thing, and this is going both ways, both guys and girls.
Thank
If
God.
sex is a deal breaker for you, then just it's just that man, I don't know how you guys move, you know.
Which was
You
you don't
move
know how you
different.
move.
But like still and still.
Excuse
I'm
me,
not like
excuse
this is not even me taking shots or anything. I'm just saying, like you guys movement is this is giving snake and ladder. You understand what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my god, but yeah. Shout out to married couples anyway and all the ones listening to 234 is all love, promise.
Yeah. God will help you
So
carry your cross.
see, you need to believe in God. I need to beg God often. God, I beg. Often you have to do it so that just pray every time you wake up. Anytime, in fact, don't remove that word from your mouth. Just say God, I beg. God, I beg. Just like that. As simple as that. Don't stress. Get what I mean? Don't beg God
All
constantly. You guys.
all right. Let's jump into talking points for this week.
Do 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 do.
Now,
Now we're serious.
Our friends in Abuja, the Department of State Services, DSS,
Mm,
said it has uncovered plots by some political actors to install an interim government to stop the inauguration of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as the president.
God,
Now,
I
what I
beg.
read is not the plot of a Zebejiro movie. That is actually how it is right there. It's not the kidnapping of the president. No, it's a
I
real
love it.
statement from DSS. And many people are asking, first of all, why is there an interim? Who is calling for an interim government? DSS just give us the bare minimum. So if there are people calling for interim government, shouldn't you have arrested them by now and presented evidence to the
Yeah.
public? But we know in Nigeria, we don't do things with sense. We do things with
Mm-mm.
small 25%, 25%.
Small squee, and
And they have
a
score
big
score.
touch of squee. You
Yeah.
understand? Squee.
Then
Okay.
another issue is that this interim government that we are playing with, how few people know that this might be, is looking like cool things. I mean, I don't like cool things because I came,
Please
I
don't
was,
kill me.
I'm from the 90s, man. So we saw cool. So we don't say it's not palatable, it's not sexy at all.
Dear
You people might be
Nigeria.
saying, oh,
Is it
Abacha was
dear
all this, but
Nigeria?
trust me, cool is not a sexy thing at all, I beg. May know they use that they play.
Listen. See, but how is so sure is it cool though?
What, okay,
How are you sure that it's going to be cool? Maybe it's just like democratically, we're just like, oh,
ah,
we need an interim government to place
but that means you now have to do
hold
some
place.
legislative, you now have to do some legislative acrobatic something because it's not in the I believe it's not in the constitution. Because when you voted, you hand over power to the elect. So,
Mm.
uh please, I
Well,
beg you.
I don't know who the people are that are clamoring for a takeover or an interim government, but like maybe you get the doings where they happen where we know they see,
That's my
you
problem.
know.
They show us, that's why we have Netflix. Show us this thing, we go subscribe. Give us the real Netflix. We will know who they do.
Um,
Don't just leave us into suspense.
I just opened I just opened Abacha's takeover speech
Please don't do it.
and
Please
it
don't do it.
was
It's like a horror film.
Listen,
Everything
this is how many
dissolved.
paragraphs. One, two, three,
Everything
four.
dissolved.
See, he said we must therefore solve our problems ourselves. We must lay a
Scam.
very solid foundation for for the growth of democracy. We should
Scammer.
avoid all we should avoid any adult contemporary solutions. The problems must be addressed firmly, objectively, decisively, and with all sincerity of purpose. Consequently, the following decisions come into immediate effect. The interim government is hereby dissolved.
Dissolve.
The national, the national and state assemblies are also dissolved.
One
The
time.
state executive bills are dissolved.
Everything
Everything, see, I
dissolved.
can go on and on. Do you understand?
It was an
Local
acidic
government
government.
dissolved.
Acidic
Look at
government.
me.
Yeah, they dissolve everything, they go.
We no go fit talk, oh God, I beg.
I beg.
Normally, with the way things are going, some people cannot already talk. Imagine then
Ah,
everybody
me,
silent.
cool.
No Twitter for us.
Internet off, first of all. I'm not going to know anything happen. Everything, internet shuts down.
That is so wild.
Yeah. I beg you, please, please, they've elected somebody or selected somebody. Let the man do his 4 years, JJ. I beg in the name of God.
I
I
beg.
beg you now. I beg you now.
Let us not awaken the dogs that lay quiet.
Because
Maybe
this
we don't
Gen Z,
even.
like, like cool, but when it reach like this now, you now say it's affecting your mental health.
It's giving shackles.
And military no send your papa mental health. They go slap you, enter barracks. You go stay inside guard room.
See, they be like apart. The military boy is they're not vibing.
Okay.
Gosh,
They
they'll
will
be so
vibe on your head.
wild.
They will vibe on your
See, the
head.
military is so wild. See, that one freedom of speech no good day again, no,
What is
because
that? There's no even freedom to
everything
even
dissolved.
nothing. There's no freedom to even come out of your house.
Listen, that one nobody can like how. But anyway, I know we're not going back there.
Forward ever,
Um,
backward never.
DSS, the thing where they talk for secret, they don't open up for outside. Ah,
Yeah.
this the level of discretion they said.
No, this is our own SS. They're no secret at all. They just allow down they
They
go.
know secrets.
At all.
Honestly, this one is public and PRO. They're the PRO of the government because
This is Nigerian
no,
police behavior. This is not DSS behavior. This
this
is Nigerian police
I
behavior.
swear this is deep fake. The DSS deep is
Yes.
giving deep fake vibes because
Yeah.
what? Because why would you even say stuff like this? Now everybody's now questioning, everybody's asking questions for no reason. We just did our own, they talk your own. Where is it important? Oh my god, the Nigeria is so wild, Sha. No,
It
like
is.
we're wild in this country because how else? And it's, do you know, funny, you'd actually hear conversations where people would be like, yes, they think there should be an interim government because this isn't working.
Don't worry. Now then they always lock up first. Now them they always lock up first.
And you know what? It's just that thing where we're also not we're not shocked. I think we're not shocked anymore by whatever it is that well, I hope we're not. I hope that we've
We'll be
maxed out on
shocked.
our
Don't worry.
shock because it's just so crazy like how we're not learning from past mistakes. But still something needs to be done though because I was actually saying to someone recently that the truth is that the current president elect really didn't tell us anything. There was nothing concrete said
Because my
as regards
vibes, my
to.
vibes, the vibes.
He
Like an
said
Afrobeat song.
first day
My
in office.
vibes.
Do you understand what I mean?
My
First
vibes.
day in office, hit the ground running. Second day, continue running. We're going to keep running till it is over because
Yes, sir.
nobody promised us anything.
At
And
all.
there's nothing to hold accountable or expect, and that's just really wild, to be honest. But hey, something must give at the end of the day.
Amen.
You know, something has to give for sure, because this don't work. It can't even work like that. Um,
All right. Second topic. So we are going
I just
to
say fellow daddy Gio, like
Daddy Gio
one somebody.
that received a strange call. Say hello, Daddy.
Jonathan,
Good morning, Daddy.
a fellow in the Lord with you, AOT2, based on
Yes.
daddy Gio levels.
So Pastor David Oyedepo of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, probably known as Winners Chapel, is better half, Faith Oyedepo, went on Twitter to tweet about a miscarriage she had some years ago. And
Wow.
when her husband got home, that is Bishop Oyedepo, she told him that I have a miscarriage, blood was coming out and everything. And the man said, "You can't have a miscarriage." And after that,
Simple.
in true Nollywood fashion, said, "Go and make my food."
I love it
And people were
because
outraged. People were outraged, like, how is this? Like, why? And there are concerns that
the spirit had drained his energy after he
mm,
commanded it. He needed
everyone
to
has.
eat.
See, my own problem say if they work for harm, but they should not use it as a blanket. That's bad medical advice. They should,
Hey,
they should not use that as a blanket treatment for everybody in this situation. The next thing you should do
no.
when if you're in a situation like this, please hospital day. Go for it,
Do
please
you understand what I
hospital.
mean?
No, they form the God of Oyedepo will not come and do it for me. They work like that. Jesus will
I've
walk on
given you
water.
one.
Sorry, Jesus that walked on water. When Peter walked on water, what happened? He started falling. He started sinking.
It's when he removed his eyes from Jesus, not the God
Eh,
of somebody, but from the Savior himself. He
eh.
started to drown.
So now you wait. No, please, I beg in the name of God. If you're in this
Use your
situation,
head.
use your head, though. If you have headache, please use Panadol. Don't say I'm strong. No, you have headache. Take Panadol. If malaria they catch you, go and take
Listen.
drugs.
Have you ever worked with people like that?
Oh,
Do you have
definitely.
any colleague that says that?
Yes, now.
Hey, this thing
Say
used to
please,
shock me.
are you last on the queue? I will never be last in Jesus' name.
Mm,
You
I'm
enter
not the
elevator.
last.
Please, are you going down? No, I will never go down in Jesus' name.
I'm
Why do
I'm
we
going.
just take things too serious in this country? Why?
I'm strong.
No, I'm strong.
That I'm strong one is one that
Mm. Or
it
I'm
really
rich.
pisses me off.
Or I'm rich.
Do you
No,
understand?
you are
The
broke.
first,
You are broke. You don't get money.
and not and not the QUE, not the QUE, is the KE.
Mm.
That kind of broken. Because I'm so
Broke.
confused about that lingo. I mean, I understand the concept of affirming, like
Yeah.
using affirmative words and everything, but
I'm faith.
still.
Speaking things into faith. But bro, it's not like that. If you are sick, you go to the hospital.
See, and give to Caesar what's to Caesar and to God to God. Like, don't
Yeah.
mix it up. Don't do that. It's not.
Re-
It makes no sense. If you
re-
can,
yeah. Religion is not a solution to healthcare. Just I beg.
I have given you one gist about how this particular church and this conversation had come hit really close to home to me for
Yeah.
me. And it's just so crazy to me how people are willing, like, I understand, I believe in God firmly. I'm hungry. My soul is hungry to know God. Like, right now I'm in this I'm in this huge space where I really just want to find God and understand. And I know there are levels to this faith, right? But please, if it's something as serious as you seeing your pregnant wife bleed, it is not a joke. Please, like, she could be going through anything. And it's not a thing where your faith was too little and that's why it's happening. It's just that she actually is bleeding and she has your child in her and she needs to
Yeah.
be attended to. I don't know how
It,
more
it doesn't make you less of a
serious.
Christian.
Do you get what I mean? It really doesn't. Like, I don't know how else and how these doctrines get so deeply, there's the part of poverty and there's the part of indoctrination, right?
Yeah.
Um, there are some people who are just like they really can't afford they can't afford to do anything financially, and so they're going to depend completely on the word of God, right? There are people like that, and I break it down like this because that's how I see it and understand it when I see it happen. But then there's the other part of full on belief and following based off of what your daddy Gio has said to you. That's one is the one like I'm really crazy. I'm upset about because
Yeah.
there really is no reason why your wife should come to you bleeding and you tell her she cannot bleed. Is that as strong as someone who's saying that the trucks should not fall when they climb the bridges in Lagos? Because I'm so confused how
Some
that
people
even works.
some people don't listen to Jesus, they listen to their Jew. or their
You
papa.
know, we're having this conversation one time where we're saying like the face is no more. Before it was the face of a white Jesus, but now it's the face of the but daddy Jews in the church that go on the
Yes,
billboards.
photoshopped and
Do
everything
you get what I mean?
with their wives.
Do you
Say
understand what I mean?
pastor and
This
pastor Mrs.
how did you get how the daddy Gio and the mommy Gio have become the face of God, literally subtly, but
Mm.
that's what's going on.
That's
Really,
what.
it's subtle, but it's so crazy. That's so crazy. I always sound so uncomfortable with this gist. You're just like,
Because I don't think with Nigerian religion, God will free us one day, or we'll free ourselves rather.
hopefully
We'll free ourselves
we'll
rather.
come to our senses.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we'll come to our senses. We understand that there's some things that we need to unlearn. And that's why we need to keep saying these things. We can't stop,
Yeah.
you know, we can't stop. The new generation of people that are going to come and are going to see, you need to continue to demand what is right and be hungry for it. Can't stop right now, honestly. Just
All right.
crazy.
The last one. This is good news for all the APC members in Lagos. The Lagos state government
Mm-hmm.
announced an end to the 50% discount on transportation fare. So before the election, just close before the
Anyway,
election, um, Sanwo-Olu, our governor, who we obviously can't see anymore because he has disappeared, approved a 50% slash in bus
ah,
fare. But now, guess what? The slash has been reversed. But the good news is
I love it.
for APC members in Lagos, especially the Yoruba ones, once you get to the BRT
Mm.
bus stop or terminal, just show them your Yoruba certificate and your APC certificate, and they'll let you ride for
I need
free.
to say Akoi APC.
Yeah, I call APC. Person talk, I'm a baboon. I live in a zoo.
Oh, the zoo.
Zazu.
Listen.
It is how just just talking
Oh
about
my
it briefly. How hyper he was when
gosh.
the police came to meet him, and how calm he was when he was in court. Court has this very
Coming
calming.
out. I
Court has a very calming effect on them. I remember when Naramali went to court too. Everybody,
na
you go,
English.
bro, you go humble. When you see when government can't chase you, you go.
See.
When they open fire for you go calm down. Are you Delegiwa?
Mm,
Are you Falado? Are you
honestly.
Felaguti? You go calm down, Oga.
Hmm.
But
They
Portable
will
was
tell you the English that you've never heard before.
Portable was like ice water. It was just like I do where I do. God.
He didn't want to greet anybody. He didn't even greet his people, which he would have
Greeting.
normally done.
Where are his people? He needs it. You don't know what is happening.
I heard they let him off on bail,
Yeah, it's on bail now. Yeah,
300K,
I've seen his video now.
and
Yeah, it's out.
provide two shorties.
Yeah, the normal
Yeah,
is out now.
interesting.
But yeah, so if Portable, who is a
That's
federal government,
immense.
sorry, so Portable that is a federal government liability and Akko APC, if you could enter jail, then you guys can obviously pay the 100% now. All you APC guys, all you
Do
on
you
your
understand what I
mandate,
mean?
we shall say, please pay the 100% now. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you
You know,
must,
because
there must be some
the fight that
benefits.
they were fighting,
Yeah, there must be a
the money that
benefit.
they gave them to fight. Yeah,
Mhm.
this now that the real work is beginning.
Yeah, shout out to
Because
you
they thought
people.
that when Jonathan, when it gets to that point, you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a Lagosian and I fought during the election for you guys."
Yes, can
So
you see the mark?
yeah, can't do you
And
understand what I mean? And they'll say, "Okay, you." They'll give you 50%. God, I beg.
And there's no discounts for train. So train, I go pay our money full, 100%. Train is
Is it
even
not the train
automatic.
that they are pushing?
Where they'll come out to deny that, but still.
Really, is that is? But how can that honestly be doctored?
I don't
Well,
know.
in the
It's
advent of
AI. It's
AI,
AI. AI. Just like
we
Peter
can blame
Obi's
it on
voice.
AI.
AI. That is AI.
It's AI.
But
We
I've
will
actually seen
finally
a
build the
video.
thing that is going to destroy them.
I've actually seen the video of the Marina train station. It's not actually bad, fam.
Mm.
It's not actually bad. I don't know about maintenance. So
See,
when it
this
starts
is not
working,
about even being.
it's maintenance that's my
Do you
problem now.
understand? That's
Because
the only thing.
we know
Have
our
you ever
people.
gone to that bus? Have you gone to that bus station at Oshodi?
Oh, that one is never. That one is
That big bus
is a
station.
white elephant project. Ambody and his dreams.
No, it's working. No.
Is this still working? Oh, I thought it was not working.
I swear down.
But
No,
that
it's
place is still
working. Like you
crowded.
can get into it.
That place is still crowded. Sure.
So it's not as bad as it used to be, and
Oh, I
it's
know.
very
That's where I grew up
organized.
now. I
Like,
grew up in that area now, so I know. That place was worse before.
oh, you've not gone to take the bus since that infrastructure had started
You know they
working.
passed
I'm
my
not
roads.
gone.
Which
Why
are the
have you
five for
still
Shodi?
gone?
Why are the five for Shodi? I know they five for
Oh,
anything.
you need to go. You need to.
Why?
When I was going to Ibadan, that's where I went. I went to, no, when I was going to Shagamu to do my passport, that was where I went to. So they are divided the whole place. They are divided everywhere to different sections. So if you're going to this place, like all those luxurious buses, pick their passengers from there. Everything is really organized. You get a ticket, you get on there, and all that crowd and madness is away from the traffic in at Oshodi, because that road is not as if they've done it very well, because that road is still wonky and shit.
Yeah.
So like that bus station really is impressive. But there's this part. So you pay to pee, which I completely agree with.
Oh yeah.
Since we know that,
Yes, let them pay. Because some people
know.
now, if it's free, some people now go and download all the food they've eaten since 7 days. I'm going to keep the whole place. Hey, to shit is expensive.
As much as we know it's a public place and you probably shouldn't be paying to pool, it's just that thing where we also, like, government doesn't want to solve the problem, and they know that people are unruly, and so they're like trying to pick and choose in a way the kind of people who will go to the toilet there. The toilet at the time when I went there was not flushing.
You see,
but there was a lady there. Once you do your business, she just goes and flushes it. For like once you leave, she goes to check what you've done there.
Oh wow, that is not something she put in her CV.
Listen, she paid attention to detail, literally. That's it in real life. She pays attention to detail.
Yeah, somebody
because I'm just like, do you get what I mean? Somebody actually has to do it. And I mean, if all these things could actually work, if Lagos and other states could actually work, what in Nigeria this would be.
Yeah,
really.
but
what a country.
But governors are busy building airports with LGBT lights. So airports that it will not function. For them to go and do road and railway, they won't do. Railway that help your economy and transportation. No, you go and build airports so that you can be using to park your
flyovers.
So you can be using to park your private jets there and fly over.
Exactly. And flyovers. That one is the most popular one.
Fly over and the airports. But to do the hard work, they won't do. Crazy.
And then it's just that crazy thing where things like happy hour excite people.
Shout out to that state. I saw the first video of the happy hour.
Aqua bomb.
It was lit. You people have no problem. I thought Lagos is hard. Imagine beer is the least of our problem in Lagos.
Excited. One man was speaking with so much vigor. It was like, I've never seen a governor who has. I said, wow.
It's not governor, it's governor.
Governor. See, with beer in his hand. This one is not beer.
Beer is not our problem in Lagos. I beg you, please. If not beer plenty. I beg.
See, the hustle in Lagos is different.
Just deal with the traffic. That's all, man. That's all we do.
See, do you know how crazy it is that we even ask for the basics in Nigeria, the bare minimum?
Just beg with the beg. We know they do shakara. I beg.
See, we're not asking for a mega city and sparkly lights. Just give us road, give us water, give us electricity. In light of recent events, ensure that we have good working internet. And we're not asking.
And your president said is about to. Sorry, your president says about to do some give free internet to all airports, and maybe I can't remember the other part, but every airport, so-called airport, will have free internet.
Now, when you reach there, they try signing. You're not signing.
You will sign it, but it will not be hanging. By the time Tinubu comes, Tinubu will not start the process. We know this move. We know it well.
Oh my God! The film, we don't watch them before. We know the end. It's so crazy. Really just the basics we're asking for, and it's taking so long. 63 years and counting. I mean, how
So
old is
long,
Nigeria?
too long, so long.
Listen, it is well with our soul anyway. Well, it is not well until we are angry enough to put anger to action and do what we need to do. It can never be well. That's the truth. I know
All
we say
right.
we dey cause ourselves. Now just it's just what needs to be done. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to collectively be angry, literally. But yeah,
All right. Speaking of what has to be done, we're about to enter the prop of the week. Now the prop of the week goes out
there's no
to
really therapy
FMC.
this week.
Sorry, not release therapy. Sorry, guys. All right, flop of the week goes to FMC Umahia in Abia State. They just did their 11th kidney transplant surgery. Normally, when I hear transplant and surgery, I always think abroad because Nigeria know they represent. But shout out to the FMC Umahia in Abia State. You know, keep
Love
Nigeria.
it.
It shows that our doctors know they actually our doctors are good, but because
See,
we don't like paying people in this country, and because they say we've trained them so they don't need money, doctors are flying. But shout out to these ones who are
and we don't
around.
have structure to it.
Yeah, and these people paid out of pocket.
Bought all the equipment out of pocket.
Yeah,
6 men,
yeah. So they said despite the challenges of brain
six
drain
doctors. That's
and out
amazing.
of pocket payments and equipment, we are still succeeding. So shout out to the
I love
FMC
it.
woman here. All you governors that are going to build hospital, you already have 10 hospitals in your state.
Mm,
For you to just make sure those 10
mm.
hospitals are working in perfect condition, you abandon those 10
See,
and build a new one that just paints that makes it fine. Then in 2 years, everything collapses again.
that's it.
You don't pay people, you don't put equipment
But
there, just burdening the system.
the hospital is not even the hospital is not functioning in the first place even.
Yes,
Like I was reading a report where they said like we have less than 24,000 doctors in Nigeria.
look at God.
Because all of them keep relocating and
We have to now.
Nigerian
You're not
government
paying them.
is doing. Do you get what I mean?
Pay them, even pay
And
them
it's,
on
it's
time.
just that they don't pay them, they don't give them pensions, they don't nothing. When they protest, you ignore them like they are not there,
Yeah.
and then when they leave, you're like, oh, you don't want to give them visa to go. You don't
Or
want to
they're
give you
ungrateful.
don't want them to give them right of. Do you understand what I
They're
mean? So
ungrateful
you don't
when we
want them to
change
leave, you
them.
don't want them to stay. Do you understand like it's so wild.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them to go, you don't want them to stay. So what gives? But like shout out to these guys, their hearts
Yeah,
is
shout
made
out to
of
these
gold.
governors, to
Like
these doctors anyway. Yeah,
to these doctors, like big clap, round of applause for them.
yeah.
Flop of the week
Oh yeah, do the
because
honors.
listen, because it's paining me the most. Nigerian banks are taking the middle finger and the big ass L because
Sorry.
how is it possible that till now, not only the money scarce in the system, but you're giving us tattered, smelling, under breast notes, moistured by dirt
Mm.
and microbes.
Shout out
That
to all the
literally,
shout out to all the men that put the money in their boxers or women who put money in their bra.
listen, or the people who put it in their butt crack to hide it from God knows what and who. Because I'm so confused.
It's crazy.
Why? First off, there's 100 naira that is in my hand, 100 naira note that is in my hand in Ayo.
Yeah.
It would be criminal of me to ensure that to continue that money continues in the system. That I should be arrested for that if I spend that money like that. Because the 100 naira, if I put it under a microscope, I will scream. I'm so sure. Because why? And these banks are letting this thing go back into circulation. Is what exactly is the challenge? It's also that thing where they don't communicate.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like they don't put out communiques to say, "Oh, this is what." It's just like whatever we give people will take it. And so, if we can open our mouth and say whatever we want because we don't know the true nature of what's going on in the back, like they don't communicate. It's only when we started to attack them about all these stupid deductions they make from our accounts that they will not start sending you some mails, and it's not even as if the mails come all the time.
Oh.
Now start telling you, oh, they remove so amount from your, but it's not even all the time.
Yeah.
And then you do some, or they have back charge payments that they've not yet deducted. When you not put money in your account, they will not take everything. Nobody will tell you. It's just so crazy. Like,
And
do
they do
just
it, they do
think
it around
about it.
they do it around 2 a.m. when you're sleeping. So you not have an attack. So where's that debit? Where did the debit come from?
Shout out to that orange bank.
That
Because
orange bank,
why?
the very useless bank, and the red
Hey,
bank, and that red
yeah,
bank,
exactly. Or they're by a couple reds.
and the red and black one. Everybody knows them.
Ah, Man, it's so fucked up because why do we have to continue in a system like this where we don't see? It's giving trauma. Honestly, it's giving trauma because why are you not communicating? No, it's why are you not telling your people, the people who you're keeping their money, who have trusted you to be custodians? First of all, we're buying money. I bought money I bought 20K for 1,006. Still, like, why am I buying money?
Sorry, Bele.
Are you here?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening to you.
It's just like I'm so confused as to why we have to be paying for our money still. And I asked the POS guy that sold 20K for 160 to me that why are you doing it? And he said, "Nah, government." I say it's a lie. Where did the government tell people to charge more? The guy now opened up to me to say that in the banks, even to get a certain amount of money right now, you need to sort somebody there to get that money. It's not you can't go to the ATMs to just go and withdraw certain amounts of money.
No man, they do
And I'm
man.
just like, what? Honestly, now we they do ourselves. We they look governments, we they look up and down, we they look everywhere, but still and still, we never we when we get to that point where we look at ourselves to say, okay, you know what, OG, now you they fuck up.
Mm. Yeah,
Because
God.
why? My mom was telling me today how they have to buy for every 1,000 you pay 200.
God, they.
And
Crazy out here, sha.
I just like, what?
Nigerian banks
Why
will keep on banking us.
I promise you, I don't know how we're ever going to move to this digital era if glitches like this cannot be corrected in record time. Because and that's what I said, that the problem is not putting out this discomfort or these uncomfortable policies. The problem is the aftermath. It never stops. And once Nigerian don't see say they feel make more money from one thing, the price never goes back to normal.
Otila, you don't go.
Honestly, because they'll be like they will ride this wave for the longest time just to ensure that they milk the issue. They suck it dry, literally.
Yeah.
Because the government is there looking at it like a blister, but it's an actual broken leg. The system is cracked. In fact, broken completely. Crazy. So irritating for me. Look at the way I'm talking passionately about it because it's paining me.
Well,
That
sorry.
1/6, I suppose use and go buy shawarma, use and whole body first. Make I know as things they go. By the way, bottle of granite is now 1,500. Can you
Wow.
imagine that? 1,500
God
for
bless the
roasted
Fed.
granite.
God bless the Federal Republic.
See, amen. No.
All right, guys.
Again,
Thank you guys for listening to us. Yeah, we have to do this again, part 2. You know.
see, take 2. Go.
Yeah. All right, man. Send us family at 234essential.com.
And release therapy. Follow us on
Very
all social
important.
media platforms at 234 Essential. It's 234 Essential Podcast. I can't believe I just mixed that up.
All right, man, guys. One love. I want to go and sleep now.
Stay kind. Be
Peace.
good. You're so cranky. I say you want to go and sleep now.
Yes, now. And what's up again?
What's the time?
It's
This 1:19 a.m.
You see, which
It's
don't they
past
come?
1.
Which don't they start
1:20.
to, which is started doing
Which
praise and
hours
worship?
are coming?
They started doing praise and worship at their place now.
Because the service it won't start.
Mm-hmm.
The meeting won't start.
All right, guys.
Anyhow, I have good night.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.